Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your zodiac reading. This reading is for you if you have a Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising, or any important planets in Sagittarius. These readings are timeless, meaning that no matter when you come across it, there could potentially be a message in here for you. These are general messages, so please only take what resonates and what empowers you. At the end of the day, you are the captain of your life. You have free will, and nothing can ever be stronger than that or override that. I also do offer personal readings. If you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, you can email me at angelireadings@gmail.com, and I will send you all of the details regarding that. But okay, with all of that being said, let's go ahead and tap into this Sagittarius energy. I'm excited to see what comes up for you guys. Okay, Sagittarius. So what I'm seeing here for you guys is that you guys are in a process of studying, of learning, of gathering information, researching, looking into things. And it could be in regards to a very specific situation for you. So if there's something that you have to learn for work, or if you're learning something about yourself and you want to learn more about it, so you're diving deep and researching and getting as much information about it. But I do see a level of kind of like looking into things, diving deep, trying to understand things, just trying to get information about something in your life that has maybe caused you some pain, some grief, feelings of loss, or feelings of disappointment. I feel like maybe you want to learn how to do things differently so that you can avoid these feelings of disappointment from happening again in the future. It's like you're trying to learn how to do it differently. You're trying to see, where did I go wrong, so that I know what I have to change or what I have to fix so that I can avoid this type of loss or pain or disappointment later on down the line, so I don't make the same mistake. Like, yeah, that's what I see. You're really trying to evolve here. You're really not trying to continue to make the same mistakes, stay stuck in the same patterns, in the same loop that's causing you sadness and unhappiness. But I do see that your intuition here is being blocked, or you're not listening to it, or you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your intuition. I feel like you have more answers than you know, or than you believe that you do, but maybe you're just not trusting it. So Spirit is really encouraging you to continue to go within, to shine a light, to go to that sadness, to be in that sadness, and let it continue to show you the way. It's in the dark where we find our light. So don't be afraid of being there, of being sad, of being in that space, of kind of like going through that dark night of the soul and continuing to shine that light inside and let it illuminate what it needs to, so that your consciousness can expand. And trust what you're finding there. I feel like maybe you're not trusting yourself, you're not trusting your intuition. I think your intuition is really on point right now, and I think your emotions are telling you so much. Your sadness that you feel, like if there's an overwhelming feeling of sadness, find out like what is it that it's surrounding, like where is the sadness coming from, because I imagine for each of you it's going to be in a different area of your life. But wherever the sadness is coming from, I feel like you need to pay attention to that sadness. It's showing you something, it's telling you something, and you're not trusting it. Whatever it's showing you, whatever it's shining a light on, it's kind of like you're blocking it away, or you're not accepting that, or you're just not trusting that. It's showing you how you should move forward. It's showing you how to be successful. Like I said, evolve or repeat. It's showing you how to evolve, what direction to take, in order to make that change. It's showing you exactly the work that you need to do, the work that you need to put in. And it is going to take work. I do see it here. The cards are indicating to me that it is going to take work, daily effort to move beyond this, to move past this, to find victory, to evolve. But I do see that you are definitely very motivated to be successful, although you're kind of like juggling between evolving and repeating, taking the actions, putting in that work, or continuing the cycle, the cycle that is bringing you sadness. Again, whatever cycle this may be for you, I feel like you just want to progress, you just want to move forward, you just want to break free from this sadness. And I feel like your emotions are showing you the way. I feel like you have a high intuition, a knowingness inside about what it is that you need to do, where it is that you're being guided, led, what needs to change here, what it is that you need to work on. But it's almost like you're not sure, you're not trusting. So let your emotions guide you and start trusting yourself. Your intuition is correct. So trust yourself, trust what you're feeling, and put in the work that you need to put so that you can get out of this place of feeling at a loss, feeling left out in the cold, feeling sad and empty. You don't have to be here forever. You don't have to be in this place forever. You have the power to get out of here, to pull yourself out of here. I feel like you're transitioning between like the ending into the new beginning, and it can be a very uncomfortable place to be, but just know that you are creating a different future for yourself. You are creating a different reality for yourself. The deeper you reflect, the more that you expand your consciousness, the more that you shine this light within. You're planting seeds to expand your future, to expand what's possible for you. So if you look at it in that way, instead of like being sad, focusing on the loss, on the disappointment, instead focus on everything that you've been learning, all of the information that you're learning about yourself. Focus on your evolution. Focus on continuing to integrate that knowledge and to work on yourself, or work on whatever situation that this is resonating for you about. It could just be that you're not trusting yourself to make a decision, or you're not trusting yourself to create like the change that you know needs to happen. But remember, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. It is going to take some time and effort, and you are going to have to show up every day and be dedicated in order to see like success in this area, and to be able to overcome and to, see a new day and experience something different. So I think Spirit wants you to kind of shift perspectives, and instead of staying stuck in like feeling like disappointed and feeling failed or like a failure, they want you to see the possibilities that are being created through this process. And they just want you to continue to be in your process and to surrender to it, and not be afraid to move on from something that you feel is making you sad, or is lacking, or isn't filling your cup, isn't providing for you enough nourishment. Be willing to walk away from it. Don't be afraid, or don't feel like you're not trusting yourself enough to make that move. Trust what you're feeling. Trust your emotion. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. Trust yourself. You have the answers. You have all of the answers you need within. So there's also a possibility here that you are relying too much on the external information that you're gathering or learning, or the external information that you are perceiving outside of yourself. And Spirit really wants you to trust yourself more than whatever external information you're coming across. But I'm not discouraging you to continue to learn about things and research things that are bettering you as a person. But Spirit does want you to trust yourself more than whatever it is that you are getting from the external. And Spirit also wants to make you aware that you have everything that you need right here, right now, to make changes, to, like I said, manifest new possibilities, new outcomes, new realities, new future potentials. You have everything you need in this moment to plant those seeds. And right now you're kind of like in that process. You're in the dark. You're in the darkness. But you're not buried in regret and disappointment. You're a seed that's buried in the soil that needs nourishment to grow, and that is growing, and that does have such a strong potential. Like think of an oak tree seed. It doesn't look like much when it's just the seed, but can you believe that inside of that seed holds the potential of that entire tree? And then the tree makes more seeds. But it is like a work in progress. There is a process that it needs to go through. It needs to go through all of its stages until it reaches its full potential. So I feel like you're kind of planting those seeds in the dark right now. So you may feel like you're in the dark right now, but if you just shift your perspective and look at it as, I'm in the darkness right now, planting the seeds that are going to provide me a fruitful outcome in the future. I'm not going to be here forever. I'm not going to feel this way forever. I'm not going to stay stuck in the sadness and the disappointment of how things have, come to be, or how things feel at the moment. I'm a seed full of potential, and my potential will be reached. It will be achieved. I just have to continue to nourish it, to show up every day, to keep putting in that work, to create those possibilities, to ground those possibilities, to manifest those possibilities. Whatever work you're doing here right now is going to be so fruitful. Like I can tell you that much. I know right now it doesn't seem like a lot. It doesn't seem like a lot is happening. It doesn't seem like much. But it's because you're kind of potentially in those beginning stages of like recognizing what seeds you need to sow to create a better possibility, or to open up more possibilities, fruitful possibilities that are going to allow you to evolve and to transform versus repeat and loop. It's a super fertile and abundant time. Don't lose sight of that. Don't stay stuck in the sadness. Trust yourself. Walk away from the things that are no longer serving you, from the things that are not enough for you, are not satisfying, are not nourishing, and start nourishing the seeds that do hold a greater potential and outcome and fruitful new beginnings for you in the future. Continue to put in that work that's going to have like that fruitful new beginning, new day for you in the future. And just stay in your process. I'm thinking of that quote, sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but you've actually been planted. That's like what I've been trying to say this whole reading. It finally came to me. You think you've been buried, but you've actually been planted. You're planted. And when the seed is planted, it has no other choice but to bloom, as long as, it's being nourished and the conditions are right, which is what you're doing now. You're making those conditions right so that it can bloom in the future, so that it can be fruitful for you in the future. So don't focus so much on, it feels like I'm buried, it feels like I'm in a dark place, this is sad. You are going to reach your full potential. You will get there eventually. You will be victorious. So, try to stop yourself from going back and forth to knowing like what's happening, what part of the process you're in, and surrendering to that and accepting where you are, and feeling like sad and stuck in the sadness and not happy with what you're experiencing right now. And I know it can be difficult, I'm not trying to undermine it in any way. I know facing yourself and shining a light within and seeing your blockages and working on those things and showing up every day, and it's not easy, but try to remember why you're doing it, where you're headed because of this work, because of this self-reflection, because of this expansion of consciousness. You're headed into way better future potentials, realities. You will experience abundance, and you're creating a very strong foundation that's going to continue to provide for you, provide abundance for you, and be fertile for new growth. So stay in your process, trust yourself, trust your intuition, continue, learning what you need to learn, gathering information, putting the pieces together, and surrendering to the darkness without letting the sadness and the disappointment, take over. Have more of a level of understanding of what it is, where in the process you are and what is actually happening. Okay, so I pulled an oracle card for you as kind of a last piece of advice from Spirit. And we got the Isis Sacred Contracts. So let's see. So it says, rise into your power and purpose. Heal the mother wound. A life-transforming process is underway. Deep from the underbelly of the Great Mother, a wake-up call is sounding. Holding out her golden Ankh symbol, Queen Isis speaks to you. It's time to develop and share your deepest soul gifts. You're activating sacred contracts to your divine feminine mission on Earth. These are spiritual agreements that reside in your consciousness. There are many ways to answer your contracts. If you commit to healing from trauma, you'll be an inspiring example. If you choose to live from your inner truth, you'll make it possible for others to do the same. Your sacred contracts are rooted in whatever you most dream of being, doing, and giving. One thing is clear when you draw this card. You're expanding beyond all limited ideas of who you are and what you think you can do. I bring your relationship with your mother into a healing space and may guide you into therapy. Don't fear this process, as it can bring karmic soul healing for your entire lineage, and you'll feel free to be fully yourself. So this message is love from your mother. Spirit is also encouraging you to make a vision board so that you can clarify what truly matters to you, so that you can commit to your true purpose no matter what it takes, so that you may expand beyond all previous limits. So yeah, Sagittarius, that was your message. I truly hope this has served you. Continue to light your fire, to channel your emotions in a positive way. Get passionate, about the changes that are happening. Get excited, because you're heading towards victory. You're heading towards success, okay? I truly hope this message has served you today. If you would like to dive deeper into your specific situation, I would be more than happy to work with you through a personal reading. So much love to you guys. And until next time, bye.